What's up, old Pringles can? Let's get started. All right, everybody, welcome to Cold Brew Hot Takes. I am your host, Sam, and today we're going to be talking about owning your worth. I came across a situation recently, and it really sparked this conversation today. A lot of us fail to really own who we are, own what we are worth. And I mean that from a business standpoint. I mean it from like salary negotiations, as well as your worth love, your worth, whatever standard you set for yourself. Okay, you earned it. You are deserving of it. You know what? Let's just start talking about it. Okay, get your cold brew, get your hot coffee, whatever beverage it is that you have today, and let's get started. Okay, guys, I had a situation the other day, and I really wanted to talk about it on my episode this week. Let me back it up a little bit first. Okay, so I am a freelance marketing consultant. I own my own business, but then I also do freelance for other companies and things like that too. And I love it. It's great, but things have started to slow down for me a little bit. Okay, shameless plug if you want any marketing services, call me. But things have started to slow down a little bit, and I need to update my resume. I need to start applying for some like contract roles and things like that I'm finding. And I am one of those people who created my resume on Canva. It looks wonderful when you just look at it as a PDF, but when you upload it to a job application, it's all sorts of fucked up. It's so bad. So I was like, okay, I need to completely redo this resume. But I've been putting it off forever. So I applied for a couple other jobs, and somebody had said, hey, this is not good for like the applicant tracking systems. You need to completely reformat your resume. I'm like, yeah, you're right. And then somebody suggested to me, you should just hire a resume writer. And they passed it along of a person that they knew. This is also like a recruiter at LinkedIn. Don't get me started. But so this recruiter sent me a Fiverr account, which if you don't know Fiverr, it's like a place to just go hire like freelancers. It's like a marketplace of people, if you will. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it. It's perfectly legal. But anyway, so sent me this person. I contact them. I'm like, hey, how much do you charge? What's your process like? All of this. She charged $250. And I was like, is that like a normal price for resume writing? Because I feel like that's expensive. But like, I don't know. So I said, okay, that seems like a little bit more than I really wanted to spend, if I'm being honest. So she responds, she goes, well, tell me what you can afford. And I said, really? I was hoping to spend like maybe like $100 max. But what does that mean though? She's basically telling me, well, whatever you can afford, just give it to me and then I'll do your resume for you. So some people, you might be thinking like, wow, this is actually great. Like you should just do it for you for whatever price you can afford. But for me, I had red flags. I'm thinking to myself, well, if you normally charge $250, but you're asking me what I can afford and it's only $100, what's the difference in the quality then? Because as a marketing consultant, somebody who owns my own business, if you come to me and you're like, yeah, I want this $1,000 package, but I only have $500 in the bank, I'm not going to give you my $1,000 package. I might be able to say, okay, well, if your budget is this, here's what I'll give to you, but it's not going to be what this $1,000 package is. It's going to be less. I mean, that's just obvious, right? So this woman's like, oh, you're going to get all the same stuff. Everything's going to be exactly the same. Or huge red flag. Come to find out, these recruiters or whatever you want to call them on LinkedIn are like total scammers for sure. And they're just hustles to get resume writing done. But anyway, I wound up getting my resume writing done from a different person. I paid $40 for it and it turned out amazing. And I'm really happy with it. But even though this person was a scammer or just a little sleazy, I don't know if they're a scammer necessarily, but it really made me stop to think though, because I know a lot of people who are in like my industry or who work within like the realm of the industry that I'm in who will say, well, yeah, I have this hourly rate, but I am flexible, and then they'll scale down. And I'm the same way for a lot of things, but at the end of the day, I also know my worth. When you waver on your worth, not only do you do yourself a disservice, but other people kind of get red flags too. Other people are also going to be questioning what you're actually worth. Now, for me in this situation, I'm looking at this person like, if you want to give me a $200 product for $100, I could probably go even less. And some people will go and say, well, I only have 50, or how about I just start with 20 or whatever. That's crazy to even think about. You're going to get taken advantage of. But on the flip side of that, I'm also thinking, well, you're not being transparent with me. You say you're worth $250, but you want to do the same thing for $100. What is your quality actually like? A huge red flag. Even outside of work, right? Think about relationships. There's been times in relationships where I've asked for what I felt like is the bare minimum. So there was a guy I was dating way back when, and I really, really liked him. I caught feelings way too quick, which is a whole other problem that I had back in my 20s. But I caught feelings for him really, really fast, and pretty much became like the beck and call. Was like, okay, anytime you want me to come over, sure, I'll come over, as long as I didn't have plans already or something. But I was always like, yeah, I'll do whatever it is that you want me to do because I like you. And so I started to create like the standard, right? Well, then, things started to speed up pretty quick. And there was a time he ghosted me on a date. That was a shitty situation. We were supposed to go to a party, and I got all dressed, ready for him to text me, ready for him to tell me like when I need to come over or give me the address, whatever. And I didn't hear from him for hours and hours and hours. And I was sitting there thinking like, oh my God, this doesn't happen to me. Like, I don't get freaking ghosted. Like, he invited me to come with him, and then the day of, he's freaking ghosting me. Then this man had the absolute audacity to put on his Instagram a picture of him at this party while he was at the party. I was like, what in the actual fuck? First of all, I was pissed. Second of all, I was like heartbroken because I'm like, okay, well, I guess this relationship is like over because you straight up ghosted me. Didn't even give me an explanation. Didn't even try to say like, hey, you know what? I actually think I'm going to go by myself. You just ghosted me. Couple weeks later, I get a phone call and it's him. It is literally Halloween. I am 22. I'm going out with my friends. I'm going to go get crazy. I put on really cute Halloween costume. I looked really good. I pick up and I go, hi, what's up? And he's like, hey, I wanted to just talk to you if that's okay. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead, talk. And he's like, I just wanted to say, like, I'm really sorry how things kind of went down and everything. And I was just like, it's whatever. I don't know if he was like trying to have a booty call or what the issue was. But he was like, what are you doing tonight? And I said, I am getting ready and I'm going out with my friends right now. It's Halloween. I'm dressed up as a fox. And I look really cute. And he's like, oh, that sounds like fun. I'm like, yup. So I guess I'll talk to you later. And hung up the phone. And that was the moment that I challenged my worth. And I'm sure any ladies listening, anybody who's dated before, you probably can resonate in some way with that because dating is so fucked. But again, I'm not wavering my worth. Okay, you fucking ghosted me. What, do you think you can just call me? And I can say, oh, I forgive you, drop my plans and come hang out with you or celebrate with you or what? No, that's ridiculous. And I didn't waver my worth because I knew that if you're going to ghost me, you're going to do it again and I'm not going to be made a fool out of. Even in a recent contract job that I took, they were playing games with me. They were like, hey, we want to extend your contract, which wasn't the original plan. They were planning on bringing me on full time with benefits and all those things. there was some issues that were happening well before then. And I told them that I was going to increase my rate by 20%. Because there were a lot of things that were promised to me that all of a sudden they were backing out of. Now, I'm not going to be able to have because you want to extend my contract rather than hire me on full time. So I started making a lot more money because of that. But again, I didn't waver my worth. People shouldn't be making promises to you and then falling back on it without some type of a consequence or without some type of pushback from you saying, nope, that's not what we talked about. I'm worth more than that. I deserve better than that. So, hot take today. Own your worth and don't waver. You know how much money you should be making. Ask for it. You know what you deserve in a relationship. Demand it. Don't ask for it. Demand it. You know the level of respect that you think that you need to have. You do need to have it. Again, demand it. Speak it into the universe. Own what you are worth. Just to kind of level set with you a little bit, though, I struggled with this for a long time. I struggled with, should my hourly rate be this? Am I asking for too much money? Am I making too bold of a statement? You're not. You're not. Okay? When you ask for the things that you want, the worst thing that I can tell you is no. And then you have a choice. You can say, okay, I'm willing to be okay with that. I'm willing to be knocked down a little bit. Or you can say, well, I'm worth more than that. And you can walk away, threaten to leave, whatever it might be. Life is a negotiation, but you shouldn't have to negotiate on what you deserve and what you've earned and truly the bare minimum of respect. Own your worth and don't waver. I know this one was short and sweet today, but that's all that I have for you guys. I hope you have a great morning, a great rest of your week, and we will talk to you next time on Cold Brew Hot Takes. Please don't forget to follow us, rate us, and tell your friends about us. We appreciate all of the love, all of the shares, and just spreading the word about Cold Brew Hot Takes. Now, go get yourself a refill, and I'll catch up with you guys next time.